Well, hello, fellow traveler. How you doing? I was hoping I would see you. Come on in, sit for a spell. We are going to dive into a very special Quest wildcard read where we're going to tap into the mutable energy associated with the signs Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. We're going to kick off this series beginning with the mutable energy because mutable is leading the way at this time. We just kicked off Sagittarius season. Happy birthday to all of the Sagittarius Sun natives celebrating the opening of their next trip around the sun. Hoping it brings you many blessings, boons, reasons to kick up your heels and feel optimistic about what's in store for you. And I have a feeling it's going to be quite the experience just because of the energy that came in when I tapped into the alchemy of the mutable energy at this time. Now we're going to do something a little bit different. Something we haven't done before. And these reads are for the collective. They're for everybody to tune into to understand how to work with these elemental qualities, how to work with the quality of the mutable energy and the cardinal energy, the fixed energy, how we see this expressed in our own lives, also through the lens of our personal natal charts and the progressions going on there, the transits going on there. I really encourage you to get to know your chart. We dive into a lot of this reference point material here on the channel, and it can really help you better understand how the downloads are speaking to you. This is the way that the messages can become highly personalized for you. And this particular message, I really want to cover the month of December as a whole. We're closing up a pretty big year, and we are moving into a transitionary period where things are really going to shift. We know those first 3 months of 2026 are going to be quite potent for all of us. There's a lot of new energy coming in the lead up to that Ring of Fire Stargate that's hosted by Aquarius on the 17th of February in the opening of the year. And we also have that mirroring back to the eclipse that we had in the new moon in Virgo that was right there on the cusp of Libra season. So there's something really coming to a culmination point there that is going to be a direct tie to what starts to quicken with the energy of spring equinox, mirroring energy for that transitionary time that got kicked off with that Virgo new moon. All right, so all of this is coming into play right now. The energy is highly mutable. We, of course, have the energy of Pisces at the forefront with that. Not only because of the retrograde action of Neptune, also Saturn, who's been hanging out in the house of Pisces. But we also have Pisces up in the North Node, and we got a grand water trine going on right now. There's going to be one more final swell of the wave before it helps usher us toward that long distant shore. So be prepared to go for a ride, all right? Be prepared to go for a ride. And I thank you for being here and coming along on this ride with me, whether you're riding it out at the premiere in the small hours and you're part of my small hours set up Merc riding and just want to tap into the current of energy with me, surf on that Zabuya a little bit, or whether you come to it after it's already aired. It's all timeless, okay? Also, it's timeless. Even if you come to this read after December, understand what's being set in motion here has ramifications for quite some time to come. So whenever you arrive here, it is the perfect time. 4:33 on the clock. Helpful forces coming in to free you from that bind you got yourself in. Helpful forces coming in to help you activate your self-knowledge. Helpful forces coming in to break up the gridlock, the inertia, the stagnancy. create cracks in the ice so you can get through to where there's the source of sustenance. So you can do a little ice fishing there. You can drop that hook deep, deep, deep down below and see if you can get yourself something that can sustain you for a while from what's been hanging out beneath what's been frozen. There's like some kind of sustenance coming through there. And I did get a rune that came in for you all, and it kind of set the framework of how I'm going to do this read. I'm doing it a little differently than I've done before. Of course, we know, well, at least those of you who've been here for a while, we always open up with a collective read, and then normally what we do is we break it down an individual read for each sign associated with that elemental expression of energy. In this case, that would be for Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. We're still going to divide it up into 4 sections like that. But these are going to be individual reads that, of course, if you are strongly holding one of those mutable sign energies, it will speak very potently to you. But we're also going to open it up for the collective and let you pick what zodiacal archetype you're resonating most with at this time. Or if you have a real strong placement in one of those, you may be really drawn to that pile, or you may know of somebody you're dealing with where you're facing some challenges or where you have some hopes attached. And you can tune into whatever pile is closely associated with that sign, right? So still breaking it up, but we're going to be breaking it up in terms of where is your breakthrough coming in. We're going to put a little framework around it. Where is your breakthrough coming in the month of December for the mutable energy? And I say that because Dagas, the rune Dagas came through, and Dagas is all about breakthrough. Dagas is about an awakening moment. Dagas is connected to the element of fire. The strong Sagittarian energy coming in here. We've already been picking up for a while here that there's going to be some illuminating moment that finally allows us to understand what we need to do, the action we need to take. It's coming through in Sagittarius season. There's also a little bit of that arrow tip actually hitting the mark, and we get some experience that comes through that actually lifts the spirits. It actually makes us feel more optimistic about our fortunes, even as we were grappling with some difficult fates here. There's some tricky aspects connected to it as well, because Dagas is associated with the deities Heimdall and Odin, but also Loki, okay? So there's a little bit of that vulture's path energy coming through here. The vulture's path is a little bit of a tricky path. It is about retrieving power. There is the story of Loki borrowing Freya's falcon cape to fly to the realm of giants to negotiate, you could say, through a little trickery and subterfuge, a way to retrieve the stolen power of Mjolnir, the hammer of Thor that was buried deep, deep, deep beneath the earth. Perhaps that's what you're fishing for. You're fishing for some power that you were feeling was stolen, or you're fishing for the power that you need to bring about an awakening moment in your life. You're fishing for the power to bring on a breakthrough. I got the download, Iris of the Rainbows coming through. And I feel like that was also connected to the mutable sign energy. I could be wrong, but I do think it was connected to the mutable sign energy, or it could have been the water sign energy as well. Either way, it seems like it would be really fitting with this grand water trine factoring in so strongly at this time. So I'll make sure to put a link to that on the end screen so you all can check that out. There's something about this rainbow bridge. The rainbow bridge. Now, certainly it could deal with things that have passed on in our lives, gone to the other side. This could also be in connection to even a pet, some animal that we had a very close connection to that passed on to the other side, maybe coming on through for you. This is interesting. An animal that had passed on and had crossed that rainbow bridge that's going to start to come to you in your dreams. This animal wants to become your familiar, wants to become your fetch. So be on the lookout for that. That's coming through for someone. I feel someone who recently lost a pet that was dear to them, and that's so hard. That's so painful. So just salve to the heart for the one who's negotiating that territory. You may be negotiating something that feels a bit like you need a salve to your heart. Your heart space feels bruised. And you're in the bardo space with this. You're in a liminal space with this where it seems like nothing much is happening, but it's so fertile. In this space of darkness, right? There's so much that can be seated there. This is also a power point for you in December. Dagaz is associated with the liminal space, the space in between. Dagaz looks a lot like a butterfly, symbolizing the transformation. The transformation that comes not only with moth medicine and having the ability to make the subconscious conscious, to face the fears, to move through the fire test of truth and have our metal homes being forged in the fire is a theme. The illumination that comes is a forging fire. Once it's seen, the truth cannot be unseen, and the truth very much does set you free. It brings about a certain will you need, the will of he of the fiery sword, that allows you to hold that power, wield it wisely, and take an action that brings on the dawn of a new day. Dagaz is the dawn, is spotting the first rays of sun appearing over the horizon. Dagaz is also twilight. It represents the points of the morning star and the evening star, planet Venus factoring strongly. You could have a strong Venus placement in one of these mutable signs, in Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, or Virgo. You could have your Venus placed in one of those houses. It could be in the 9th house, the 12th house, the 3rd house, or the 6th. There's something for you here. There's something for you here to be mindful of during this time. There's a message that will come through. You must prepare for this. You must anticipate this. There is an important message coming through, and it's about to really change the directory and the trajectory of your life. This is going to be a big turning point for you. You might want to get yourself a piece of tiger's eye if you can. You could also work with chalcedony or chrysolite as a warding stone that will give you that sense of grounding and also focus and ability to really harness the powers of the creative brain space to put it to good use. There's something that you will need to have endurance for. You may be frustrated at times because you feel like you've been waiting a long time. You may be frustrated at times because you feel like you've already put a lot of energy into motion. You're not seeing it come through quite as anticipated. Don't question the route the arrow takes to hit its mark. You need to let go at this time. It's so essential. The seed you planted, the prophecy of the acorn planted in the soil will become the mighty oak. 1414 on the clock. Strong Sagittarian energy, the prophecy coming through again, another download coming through again. There's a lot of downloads looping back around at this time. It's the way it usually works with my downloads. There's aspects of them that are immediately recognizable, and then there's other things that are like, I'm not quite sure what that's at, but you come in and find out where it's at in the future, sort of like back to future energy here. And that's why I'm bringing these in, because there's keys. And even if you listen to them the first time around, you listen to them this time around, you hear something differently. You get a message. You get a message is coming in, you hear from somebody, you have an exchange, you've had an exchange with this person before, you've been in this situation before, you're understanding it differently at this time. Opening up with some straight channeling here before I get into the cards, because just the energy, that's how it wants to come through. So we're going to write it out, okay? Marigold coming through as a plant ally for you. Marigold, the energy of honoring what has come to pass, honoring the deaths in our life, honoring what needs to be released, seeing the beauty in the release, seeing beauty in the decay. Because within the decay, there's also the ability to compost and nurture the growth of what's ready to come in now, what's ready to take that space. Clary Sage coming in as a plant ally, the need to clear the brain fog, the need to have clear vision, the need to have clarity, clear, clean air to breathe. Take in the energy of the air. There might be more of a need to connect with the Gemini quality at this time, the quality of air in its state of mutability. Air in its state of mutability is when the inspiration has already come and all that's lacking is the forward momentum to feed the fire. To feed the fire. Chicory, coming into chicory, the roots of the dandelion, the roots of the wishes you want to see fulfilled, that you set sail on the wind, that have far-reaching effect. Those seeds are floating through the quantum field right now. They are seeding in the field of multiplicity. What did you wish upon there? What did you set in motion upon there? Once you set something upon the winds, you can't take it back. It's already set in motion. This is a time when things you set in motion in the past, perhaps from the time of that download of the prophecy that came in, those are the seeds that are taking root right now. The roots of what will grow are seeded in the past. What you planted is coming to roost right now. Vulture, bringing in what's coming into roost, bringing in the endings, but also rebirth energy. Vulture is very sacred medicine. Vulture is a medicine very connected to the 8th house mysteries. Some of you have really been feeling the energy mount in Scorpio season. Some of you may be born on the cusp. You may hold a lot of Scorpio energy. This energy is very forward right now in your read. Also, the medicine of fox. There is this kind of like tricky, camouflaged energy there, but you may be looking for what's camouflaged in the wrong places. That's why the breakthrough moment needs to come in. Dog-Oz needs to come in much the same way that a Zen cone works, where when you finally crack the code of the Zen code, all of a sudden you have this, ooh, that was interesting, of the Zen code. I said code twice, of the Zen code. Once you crack the code of the Zen code, being in a state of Zazen is a code. It's a code. It allows you pathway, entryway into certain spaces of understanding. It allows you to move sort of stealth in certain territory undetected by forces that could block your progress. So you can retrieve what you need to see. I mean, it is one of the reasons why this illumination needs to come in. The illumination comes in and it creates this moment of sudden catharsis. It acts as a catalyst. It breaks open the light of day in your consciousness. You're not like trying to see through that veil of fog anymore. King of Pentacles. Now I understand the great work to be done. Coming in strongly for the Virgo energy, opportunity in your hands. Now I understand the great work to be done. There's tricky elements connected with this. It takes time, it takes focus, it takes determination. It's not for those who are not staunch of heart. That will be your calibration point. If you are not staunch of heart, if you do not have the courage to rise to the challenge and deal with the difficulties, then it's not your path. Makes matters very clear very quickly. Clary's Sage brings in that clarity. You might want to work with Clary's Sage if you are feeling a little befuddled, if your energy is feeling a little murky, if you can't see things clearly, you might want to connect with Clary's Sage. Picking up the scent of laurel, laurel leaves, laurel. The name laurel may be significant as well. Laurel leaves. You can smell victory. You're picking up the scent of victory. Do you know where it's coming from? See, there's a little bit of this like Lokian twist to everything that is rolling out here. If we had to associate Dagas with a particular tarot card, it could be connected to Temperance, Sagittarian energy there. It could be connected to the Star as well, Aquarian energy there. So yes, I'm looking at descendant signs too, factoring strongly into this energy. We have Sagittarius, we have Gemini, we have Aquarius, and we have Leo. So do look at those houses. 3rd house, 9th house, 11th house, 5th house. I'm getting a lot of heat coming in around that. Sun in Sagittarius factoring strongly, as Moon in Sagittarius, Moon in the 11th house. New Moon in Scorpio energy, New Moon in Libra energy, those 3rd decanates as well of both Libra and Scorpio factoring strongly in here too. As well as the next moon coming in, which is of course going to be that Gemini full moon coming in on the 4th of December. Whew. 4 of Swords. Rest up while you can. Soon you're going to have to retrieve that truth, and it does require you to step into your destiny. There's something about not really having your moment of truth until you've actually pulled that sword from the stone and you've learned how to do that. You've learned how to master that. You've learned that it doesn't require an act of force. There's something about really mastering this at this time, to not move with force. It was 22:44 on the clock. Breaks down to 4 and 8. Maybe coming in as a strong message for those who are life path 4, those who are life path 8. Month of April, month of August coming in as significant points of transformation. Also, if you were born in those months, you may be really learning this lesson. That the greatest transformation, the ability to step into your power truly requires that you use less force to retrieve it. Coming in powerfully for Aries, Taurus, Leo, and Virgo. All right. Let's check it out. Let's see what's coming in here. Opening reading. Give us more details about this. We got the Hangman. The Hangman's trying to decide, when do I let myself down? When do I stop playing this bit? When do I stop pretending like I don't have the power to set myself free? You see, you're the one pulling the strings. Nobody else is keeping you there. It's a matter of self-sacrifice. Could be in relation to a deep, long-held wish. Could have nostalgia connected to it, or somebody that you consider a star mate. You could be awash in nostalgia. Brings in, once again, it keeps coming in. I think it's because Pisces is in the North Node at this time, but I keep getting that download that came in for Pisces of Echo and Narcissus. It's that kind of a storyline that's playing out here. Echoes of the past. Echoes that call you deeper into the dark woods, specifically for the purpose of you having to navigate that territory through having all of your subconscious stuff confront you, so you can gain the courage and the mastery to find your way to the clearing through activating the Pathfinder. Wolf medicine connected to Pisces on the medicine wheel, okay? This kind of navigation coming in. It's not a navigation that you can find in a book. It's not a navigation that you can find from another. Nobody can teach you how to do this. The best any teacher or guide can offer you in your life, any Sherpa you encounter on your way up the mountain to the Stargate, is simply just to point their finger. That's it. Point their finger. Don't get distracted by the finger that's pointing, though, when you're trying to get to that moon. Wheel of Fortune. Something is transforming. Something attached to the mortal coil is being shed. You're touching on something rather divine, and that's also something that happens with Dagaz. Dagaz also looks like time held in suspended animation. You turn it on its side, it looks like an hourglass that's been tipped over, and you're at the center point there. You're the one who makes the wheel turn. You got time in your hands. It's like you're waiting around for time to call the judgment, but you're the one who is mastering time here. So there's something that you need to do, something you need to shed, something you need to transform. There's a riddle that you need to resolve, much like a Zen cone. That's the kind of illumination that's going to come in. There's going to be a message that comes in. This message may be something that happens more on an abstract level. It could be an echo of your future self. It could be an echo of your former self. It could be something you sense, like smoke rings rising up like signals from the top of that mountaintop, giving you some kind of education about how to find your way through the dark wood to get there. But there is a message coming in. You don't need to worry about how will I know the message. You'll know the message because when it comes your way, whether it comes from something outside of you or something that rises up within you, it makes no difference. The two are one and the same. It creates an instant cracking open in the consciousness that's like, by Crom, I think I've got it. You finally understand what is operating here. I got the energy of Kronos coming in. There really is something here about you understanding something about the uses of time when you are no longer held within the polarization of night and day, or pleasure and pain, or shadow and light, but you are the point where the two merge into one. That's where the path rises up to meet you and the clarity comes. And this is the kind of experience coming in. The wheel of fortune is turning, but this also requires that we respect the wheel of Dharma and how it operates in our life. And everything comes to pass to be born again. And this is the liminal space you're in right now. So what was set in motion in the past is already showing up on the scene right now. You can sense it. It's like the past is catching up with me. It is. How did you move in the past? This is going to determine a lot of things for you. Also, how you work with that material right now in the present is what will spiral things into creation for the future. That's how powerful it is to be present, because even though something from the past, the energy is coming into the present, as it comes into you, if you know how to master yourself, you can transmute the energy, you can refine the energy, you can alchemize it, and you can bring that quality into what is spiraling into creation. 29:33 on the clock, 11:33 coming through as a synchronicity point. of when you are holding this power that can set you free, maybe even from some suspect moves in the past when you didn't have the illumination before, showing you a way that you can bring about karmic balance. You hold the karmic balance in your hands. It's held in the present. It does you no good to reflect on the past or try to gain control of the future. You have to master that presently. So this is some power that you're going to become very aware of. You're going to start to notice that where you're at in the present is so powerfully influencing the next moment. It's like the manifestation properties are peaking. Things are manifesting more quickly. Wheel of Fortune coming in strongly for Sagittarius energy. This landed right on top of the Hangman. Something's coming your way. A message is coming your way. A message of love, a message of healing, a message of creative inspiration. Whatever it is, it allows the waters to flood into your heart space. It's something that compels you to move forward here. Any more details about this? Any more details about this? Eight of Pentacles, time to enter the forge. This is when you're soul smithing. This is when you're tempering yourself. This is your craft at this time. You are the focus of your craft at this time. And yes, I mean that practically, the work you're doing. And I also mean it alchemically for those of you who are wizards out there. It is time for you to be forged in the fire. And you are the one who is smithing your soul. This is what brings you your tangible new beginning in material reality. And yes, it's a heavy load, but already you've discovered an easier way to carry that load instead of using it as a shield to barricade you from everything you perceive is coming your way. You understand that you are the way, and in recognizing that, you don't have to use it to block yourself anymore. You accept the load. You accept the load because your heart's on board. You understand the power of stepping onto the path. You know the work that needs to be done, but also the reward that comes through it. And so you embrace this. You may not recognize it right now. You will come to recognize it in time. It comes very soon. It comes with the Sagittarian new moon on the 19th. It may even arrive on the scene on Epona's feast day on the 18th, coming in with the energy of 18, full fuel for your fire, something you can invest in. Finally, you have a use for all this fire that you've been holding on to. You can set it in motion. It can merge with the heart space. Something can get cooking here. Something nourishing for your future. But there's forging going on here. You are the wish fulfillment. You hold the magic. You already have the magic. This is about you activating it, refining it towards self-focus. Kind of the deck energy. What do we got here? We got the Three of Pentacles, very focused on the alchemical work to be done at this time to bring about balance, correct use of fire. Not using fire in defense, but understanding the weight of the power you hold, using it responsibly, using it to temper the self, to soul smith. It will get kicked off by something that approaches you. A message comes. And it makes you realize that you're the only one holding yourself up. You let yourself down and the journey begins. The journey begins. Let's see what's on the other side of the split here. Five of Pentacles. See, it's a powerful choice. You can do the work, or you can continue to tell yourself stories about being cast aside. But it's up to you. What kind of state you choose to live in. Do you choose to stay in a state where you're waiting for somebody to come and rescue you, or you're waiting for some big solution to arrive that just hands you everything you've been seeking on a silver platter. You're not going to get it that way. It's not going to come that way. 35 on the clock. You got to do the work. You have to. It's the only way you're going to get what you're desiring here. So this really is a choice. It's a choice, and it's understanding the right way to direct the energy for fulfillment. This is what will bring about your breakthrough. This is what will bring the wish fulfillment. Okay, let's go ahead and let's dive into the individual expressions of these energies. I got the mega deck here. I combined, because I just thought it was appropriate with all the Pathfinder medicine coming in. I got the White Light Oracle here, combined with the, what is the name of this one again? The Sacred Rebels Oracle and the Halloween Oracle. Okay, so we got a real mixed bag here, but I thought it would be a good way to start out. Let's see what's on the bottom here. Oh yes, there's a lot coming in. We have Vulva of Stator. You see, there's something here that is being drawn down from that quantum field. It's coming in. It is getting you prepared to really drink in the energy and open up the heart space, because the heart is going to be the prophecy fulfilled. There's something about, you'll understand how to step into your future when the doors of the heart fling open. It's like the heart space is really coming through as the calibrating point here. Okay, I'm going to shuffle this with you all right now, just to get this energy coming in. I'm going to divide it up into 4 piles. We're going to read the bottom of the deck energy. Spilled a little drink there. A little something for the homies. A little something for those who've fallen. You may be, recognizing that there have been some losses in that regard. Some people that you used to be closely connected to that have fallen away. You may be just now starting to understand the lessons that came with those experiences, even the really painful experiences. Some of you may be hearing from one of the fallen. It's possible. Just heard so many fallen angels, okay? There could be somebody that's kind of fallen from grace, at least in your mind. Is that an accurate perspective, though? Who knows? Only time will tell, and since you're the master of time, it's up to you how quickly you come to that state of illumination. All right, we're going to divide this deck into 4 piles to represent each of the mutable energy expression signs. So naturally, if you are a native sun sign for the energy that comes through, go ahead and pick that pile. If you got one of the other signs in one of your, prominent placements, or you just feel super drawn to it, maybe because you're dealing with a person that's got a strong placement in that sign, you can pick that pile too. There's no limit to how many piles you can choose. You can listen to all of them if you want. If you don't have any strong mutable energy placements, I would say just choose the archetype that you most strongly connect with or relate to. Do you connect more with the Sagittarian energy, Piscean energy, Gemini energy, or Virgoan energy? Okay, you can use that as your guide to pick. All right, so we're going to start from the last one mentioned to the first. Okay, so we already know whatever gets left on the top here is going to be for Sagittarius. Whatever is coming from the bottom, that makes sense, because the bottom of of the wheel right now. We got Virgo hanging out in the South Node. So Virgo. Okay. Gemini. All right. Ooh, Gemini and Pisces. Okay, we got Sagittarius there, okay? So kind of interesting just right out the gate. Sagittarius, Pisces both have the Halloween oracle on the top of the deck. We got Gemini coming in with that Pathfinder medicine white light oracle here, okay? So there could be something about Sagittarius, Pisces energies still wading through a little bit of the blind spots, still needing to do a little shadow work, still needing to pluck a particular diamond out of the void, see some kind of blessing in the bane, right? It may seem a bit like a wicked blessing, but you'll see how pivotal it was toward the cultivation of the path that's rising up for you now. That's what I'm hearing, your breakthrough path. I came in with 40-40, coming in real strong for life path 4, or if you were born in the month of April, there's special gifts that come in for you with this. All right, and then we have right here, Virgo energy coming in really strongly with the Sacred Rebels Oracle. Also a lot of ancestral energy you're tapping into right now. Okay, there could be something about generational healing that you are going through at this time. I hope that I called out the time. Sometimes I just kind of like go on a tangent and then it eludes me. So just in case, starting this portion of the read at 41:33, because I don't want to get that too out of whack. It can be difficult to catch up on with timestamps, and I know people appreciate that. So I'm just going to move these back, all right? And we're going to open up with Sagittarius at 41:55. 555. Right, life path 5, factoring real strongly into this pile, maybe even the month of May. Could be a Taurus, Gemini connected to your situation. You could have one of those strong placements in your chart. Okay, so we're going to look at the bottom of the deck energy first. It's going to kind of show us where you're at right now, or what is at the root of the breakthrough coming in for you. We have the Oracle of Chaldea. It's coming in with the number 37, breaks down to 10. So again, Wheel of Fortune energy, Sagittarius. The wheel is already turning. Ooh, yes, look at this. There's this cosmic egg of creation located right at Vishuddha, the throat chakra. This is about a seed of potential that you are activating for your future. This is your purpose being ignited. If you've been feeling like you haven't been able to connect with your sense of purpose, or you don't know quite how to go about rooting a particular dream in reality, the new beginning is coming in here. And I think there's been something that's been blocking the vision. It could be like a mental block, or it could be that fog that we were talking about, something that has been clogging up the consciousness and just not allowing you to see a solution where one is actually readily apparent. I feel like there's something that's right under your nose. It's been there all along. 43 on the clock. Double sevens. It's a chariot. It moves you forward. The chariot doesn't arrive on the scene. It's not a ride. It's not a ride pulling up on the road. It's your consciousness is the vehicle. The consciousness is the vehicle that moves this forward. There's some kind of brain fog. There's some kind of block. There's some kind of neural loop that gets disrupted here. It has you looking at things very differently. There's some kind of information that comes in. It could come in through a moment of inspiration that arrives through like a download, okay? You may be feeling like your intuition is just really peaking. You're starting to tap into a different current of energy. You're starting to see instant manifestation when you act on your hunches. You're spotting more synchronicities. You got more coming through in your dreams, a lot being illuminated for you. You're trusting the information coming in as well. It lines you up rapidly. Like if you see it, if you spot it, if you follow it, it lines you up rapidly. Whatever this is, if you've been looking down at your shuffling feet and feeling bummed out about kind of being stuck in your current spot or feeling like things aren't ever going to change, it definitely sets things in motion. It brings a tangible opportunity. And there's something here that you're meant to see for your future. It is your purpose. It is your purpose. You may have been looking for a sense of purpose. Here it comes. It could be connected to an oracle. Like maybe you are meant to be an oracle. Maybe you are meant to do this kind of work. Maybe you're meant to share your messages. You're getting messages. You're not meant to keep them to yourself. If you're a messenger, you're meant to allow those messages to come in, to blow through you like the wind and to ride on those airwaves and be shared with other people. There could be an air sign connection coming in here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could be a need to activate your voice in relation to those houses as well. There's something about communication. There's something about opening up to a seed of potential, about putting your message out to a wider audience. This could be online. This could be through sharing yourself creatively. This could be through sharing your downloads, starting a channel of your own. Making music, writing your story, this energy coming through. It could be coming through in your relationships. There could be a key person that you need to communicate with. You need to team your energies with this person. Your fates are intertwined. It's through the teaming of your energies that you activate some potent portal of transformation. It activates a destiny. It lights the way ahead. There's something that's already been fertilized there, I'm hearing, in relation to that. '11th house absolutely involves your network, involves the people that you're connected with. It involves your community, embracing more of a communal mindset as well. Okay, this is the foundation, a vision that is charged to you, a vision you are meant to hatch. Your voice may be extremely important and in relation to this vision. Some message you have to share, something you need to communicate, a way you need to raise your voice, okay? A way you may need to lead in that way. Now let's see where your breakthrough is arriving. Through remembrance. Wow, that's powerful. You need to remember your light. You need to retrieve your light. That's what you're fishing for. You need to pull your lantern out of the void. This is what you're in search of. In fact, the lantern is a bit of your alchemical archetype that you should be focusing on here. This is what you need to retrieve. You need to retrieve your fire, but in the form of a lantern. It's what will light your way ahead, and it does bring about the image of Virgo. So there could be a Virgo connection here as well. And when I look at the house of Virgo, that is in relation to the work you do, your daily routine, your daily habits. This could be a way you need to exercise a certain sense of discipline. It's also remembering the wisdom that you hold. And some of the wisdom you hold may come from the other world. And the veil has already been thinned. And so you're already getting messages about this. Some of you are aligning spiritually with a particular ancestral lineage of magic, wisdom, spiritual teaching. Some of you are linking really strongly with an ancestor. because there's something you need to remember here. The light that you need to retrieve that lights the way forward, that opens the path for you, it has everything to do with your roots. It also has to do with closing out a particular karmic cycle. Some of you may feel that you were oracles in a past life. Some of you feel connections to Delphi coming through really strongly here. There may have been something that happened in that past life that made you shut down the gift. It's a source of fear, but the shadows have been chased away. This is the life that you're able to bring that light forward without having it snuffed. That coming in for somebody. Remember, your ancestors are warding you in this regard. Potent. Key word, remembrance. Remembrance is your key word. Let me go ahead and do a cut of the deck here, see what we got. See, we got the ancestors here again. And we have the shadow on the other side, of course. But we're going to find out what's buried there. What are you going to find when you go deep? What are you going to retrieve there? Do you see? Look at this. There is a transformation that's underway. You've been grasping the thorns, but the sweetness of the bloom will soon arrive. It brings about transformation. Butterfly medicine coming in here. So doggos. So doggos. You could be dealing with an air sign too. They are butterfly clan on the medicine wheel. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Coming in with the number 24 breaks down to 6. Could very well be a Gemini. There's a choice involved in this, and it may involve a lever. And there is also life path 6 energy coming in strongly here. But we see right here, new birth, that magic that you hold that's activated. I feel like it's activated by your voice. Some of you may be singers, you know, and maybe you haven't really been sharing that. Or maybe you do beat poetry, or you're a very powerful public speaker, like something you got to share. You may have a story that you need to like yell from the rooftops, or you may have a love in your heart that you want to shout about from the rooftops. All of this is possible here, but this transformation point is coming through. You must guard this new birth vigilantly, which means really tending to it to make sure that it has enough light. When you think of planting a seed in the dark, it needs enough light. It needs enough nutrients. It needs just the right amount of nurturing. You don't want it to be too fragile and dependent. You want it to have a little hardiness to it, okay? And just the space, the time to let something grow and come to a maturation point, right? Really beautiful. And on the other side here, and the reason why you need to tend to it vigilantly is because there are still blind spots here that do need to be illuminated. It's related to something that has not been cleared out. There's still some gem that you need to retrieve from the past. I feel like it's the deep past though. Don't look at this so superficially. It's a lot deeper than that. I feel like this, for some of you, this is like really going into your lineage, going into your roots. You need to know more about the stock you come from and the stories of your genealogy and the power that you hold, and also the blind spots. Because there's a lot that plays out there, even though we don't recognize it in our modern day life, that can go all the way back to the dawn of our bloodline. So I don't know, there's something here about digging deeper than you ever have before. And if you're trying to understand a past circumstance or a past relationship, the solution is not to dive into the other more deeply, but to dive into yourself deeper than you've ever gone before. And I really feel that the best way to understand yourself more is really by tracing your roots. It will show you so much about yourself. So if you've never dived into that kind of study before, I feel like this is coming through really strongly. But I feel like where you have had a blind spot, your breakthrough is coming through actually having your blind spot illuminated. And that's what's going to give you the fire you need to transform your future. Ooh, okay. That's pretty potent. Let's go ahead and let's get some numbers coming in for you just for some tarot archetypes and other details. I'll do this for each of the signs. I'm going to just set this aside here. Okay, get some numbers for the Sagittarian energy signature. Numbers of importance, please. Yeah, I mean, this is a need to figure something out. If you want to move forward here, there's something that's not being seen clearly. It does look like communication is factoring in quite strongly. The months of March and the months of June could really be coming through quite powerfully around this in terms of mutable energy. We're looking at Pisces there. We're also looking at the energy of Gemini as well, okay? So when we look at 6 energy there, also 6th house Virgoan energy. Communication is really key here for getting one free of the crossroads and where they feel stuck. There's something that you need to communicate, or a communication that is coming in that you need to be able to decipher. Not only decipher it, but you need to act on it. That really is the key here. Once it comes, don't ignore it. You have to move forward with this. The 3rd through the 6th of December are going to be a really potent point of interest for you. There's a lot of communication coming in there that's going to highlight how to get on through, how to break on through the challenges you perceive at this time. They are showing you where the blind spot lies. There is something there that can help you really root something powerfully that you can then move forward with once you get this coming in. I'm just even noticing it on the other side of these double 3 here. Check that out. It's 3 again. We got the 1st house, 2nd house coming in there as well. Aries, Taurus could also factor into this situation, but really strong energy signature of 3. Also with the months, we could have somebody born in January, so Capricorn energy, and with the 2 energy there, Aquarian energy. All right, so these are some characters who could be involved in your situation. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get some letters too. We'll do this for each of you, okay? Just so you can have like some signs, synchronicities, maybe know who you might be dealing with here. Let's just also just clear out any negative vibes, any heavy energy from around you. Reminds me of like a rattlesnake tail. Yeah, there might be something you're kind of alert to. You're like sending a little bit of a warning signal. Don't tread on me, man. I could see that. Okay, let's see what we got here. You're trying to pull something off. You feel like it's a little challenging to pull this off. All right. I got hut. Every time I see the word hut, it makes me think of Baba Yaga's hut. So I feel like you are wandering through the dark wood. Some of you may be dealing with a kind of a witchy-like character. You may villainize this person in your mind. And there's something here you need to get a little bit of a different perspective about. A lot of people misunderstand Baba Yaga's energy. Baba Yaga is actually just a little bit eccentric, but has quite healing capabilities. Flies through that wood in a mortar and pestle, so she is very knowledgeable about herbs. She has healing abilities. She's largely misunderstood because she lives her life differently from others. So you could be dealing with somebody like this. There may have been some shots fired. I got BB coming in relation to this. There's been some shots fired. 'Tis nothing but a flesh wound. Pish tosh. Yeah, there's a need to get a little bit of a different perspective here in relation to this, okay? Yeah, somebody is really full of like piss and vinegar here. Somebody is a little bit pissed off in this situation. Somebody you're dealing with here is a little riled up. Okay, they're quite bold with it too. You may need to do something bold, something unexpected to turn this energy around, to turn this energy upside down, okay? Interesting. Almost have dawn, not quite. The N is missing. Somebody with the letter N in their name. First, middle, last initial may be an important key in bringing about the dawn in your situation. Somebody may be named Dawn. They've gone MIA. They are missing. I also got like daw, you know. Somebody's feeling a little like tender-hearted about somebody who's gone missing. Let's see, anything else that wants to come through? Let me see if there's any places of interest or anything coming through. I got Washington State. Washington State comes through quite a bit here. I got South Dakota. San Diego, Alabama, Boise, Idaho, okay, and then for letters I have, let's see, 2 D's here. Somebody with a name that starts with the letter D could be of significance, as well as somebody whose name starts with S. Got 2 S's. We got 3 B's, so B could be quite significant as well. We got 2 P's. P's could be significant. I got Oi here. Somebody could be a punk. All right. Let's see, we got ET coming in here. You might have an otherworldly experience. It's making me think extraterrestrial. It's also making me think that there's nothing ordinary about what's going down when you connect with the earth. Something extra comes in there. There's some kind of transmission that comes in through the earth. I got the name Owl coming in here. You can call me Al. With that, I got Ha. Okay, I don't know. Maybe that song is playing on the radio as you're, listening in to this, or that song's been coming up for you quite a bit. I got AA. Okay, there could be somebody that's in a recovery process here. I also got Ohio, and I have Hawaii coming in here as well as connecting points. That's what I got, all right? So hopefully there's some clues that came on through there for you. It helped you tap in to what you need to be on the lookout for. All right. We'll just mix this up real good. Oh, that's right. Don't use too much force. Oh my goodness. Well, this might be an additional clue. Hold up. Wait a minute. Everything happens for a reason. There's quite a bit that went flying here. Somebody may have used a little too much force. We might get some clues here about that. Curveball. Everything happens for a reason. Somebody shook something up a little too much. They used a little too much force. Tangled Up in Blue, Bob Dylan. I was just trying to help him out of a jam, but I used a little too much force. Okay, who used too much force in this situation? I mean, we got double A's here. Somebody who's in recovery. Somebody may have been dealing with some kind of issue, you know, caused them to use too much force. There's double R's coming in here too on the side of the double A's, okay? So that's a big clue. Somebody could have these initials, A or R, right? They used a little too much force. We got the letter D. We got L. Something could have been going on the down low. Okay, somebody could be down low. Oh, I say that because I got by here too. So somebody could be on the down low. It's possible. We got B, we got I, D, and L. DL makes me think driver's license. You know, somebody may have been drinking and driving. Okay. I got something here about bid, making a bid. LA connected to that. Interesting. Okay, I don't know. Maybe that provided another layer of understanding. 10511 on the clock with that. Yeah, I mean, Life Path 5 really factoring strongly, or the month of May factoring really strongly into this pile here. So I don't know what that is. But there's some kind of alignment coming in here for sure for you, and some new beginning. Also makes me think in terms of the tarot cards, Magician, Hierophant, and Justice. All right. So there could be somebody in your situation who's got themselves in a little bit of a legal bind. Could be related to like some kind of drinking and driving charge or something like that, okay? All right, 10604 coming in for the energy of Pisces. So yes, you're trying to transform a situation where you feel like you're a little held back. There's something that needs to shift. You need to make a choice in the situation you're facing. And this is a moment of power. I really feel that, Pisces. It's a moment of power. The choice you make at this time is quite significant. It could involve a Gemini energy coming in real strongly for you. It could also involve an Aries. It could involve communication with an Aries. 10644 on the clock in relation to that. This could be in relation to somebody that you have a connection with from the past. And it's a moment of power. Maybe you didn't have the strength to face this in the past. You do now. There's something that does need to be tempered here. It's likely related to deep wounding. It's not easy to open up communication. There needs to be some sensitivity, some understanding around the pain that's at the basis for why the communication went cold. Basis of the matter. Oh, yes. Queen of the Nagas coming in as the basis of the matter. Look at the symbolism of the eggs. There's 2 eggs here. Isn't that wild? It's connected to vertebrae too. It's connected to vertebrae. It really makes me feel like there's a situation here where something wasn't rooted properly, because this is really making me consider that juncture point of T1. It's so powerful in terms of being able to raise the Kundalini life force energy, that there can't be blockages at T1. That's right where your cervical spine meets your thoracic spine. And in order for the energy to raise up, to be able to actually activate the creative potential of the Kundalini fire, this juncture needs to be kept clear. You may have been dealing with some pain in your neck or some stiffness there. Having stiffness, pain in the neck can be connected to needing to see more sides to a story. It can be when we're a little bit stubborn in our perspective and we need to have a little bit more flexibility to create transformation in a situation. Also, the Nagas. The Nagas have the role of being protectors. They can also be very fierce, but they're fierce protectors of the waterways. And this is something to be mindful of too. There's something about matters that relate to the emotions, matters that relate to something that has already been set in motion, something that's in the water. The water is a conduit for it. You are water. You are a conduit for this. What are you conducting here? It matters, especially in terms of being able to free up this latent energy that you want to set in motion. It's getting caught here. So you might also be noticing like some stiffness, some tension in between the shoulder blades and neck. Like I got that area of the body. There's something that needs to be released there. That's Anahata, heart chakra, coming in also with Vishuddha, throat chakra. There's blockages here. There's blockages that's preventing the energy from the lower chakra channels actually coming up to the point where they can be externalized and where you can receive what needs to come in here. And it's also what's blocking the illumination, but I feel like you're in the process of freeing this up. There may be another that is in this waterway with you, or there may be something that's been blocking the way forward for two. You could have had some kind of issue with another here that you're trying to sort out. And it's coming in with the energy of 5. So what is this with 5? With the mutable energy is coming in so strongly. Whatever situation you're dealing with here, it could involve a Taurus, or you could have a strong Taurus placement because it's the Hierophant for the tarot archetype here. And that is about needing some keys here to open a road. There's a key point of understanding that needs to be arrived at to activate the fire potential to birth these new beginnings. These particular eggs, though, they really do remind me of jewels, you know? So I think that there's some kind of treasure here, something you're plucking out of the void. There is a transformation point, but you do need to be very mindful of the need for protective energy to come into this space. That's something that's been missing. And there's something there that needs to be recalibrated to maybe create a safe space around opening up the heart. If you want to see this new beginning come through, it also brings about like rebirth energy for you. It is coming in with the energy of algas, the rune algas. So there's something here that does need to be warded, does need to be protected. This does need to be what you need to be a conduit for too. Have this sort of protective quality that you hold. And it's something about making it safe to open up the heart space. Now this can be for you to receive too, but there could be something that's been holding that back. Something that's getting blocked. There's like a lot that needs to be recalibrated in the heart space here to open up to this gift. With Queen of the Nagas. So you may be working with a lot of that snake medicine too. You're working with the direction south. You're working with the fire, transmutation. You may be dealing with a Scorpio. You're really heavy in the Scorpio territory. You know, you're dealing with the 8th house mysteries. And you're trying to figure out how you can birth the light out of that space. There's a lot of protective forces around you as you're going through this state of transformation. There's also this quality coming through of needing to hold this space, maybe around a particular process that involves two that are trying to find their way to freedom. And there actually may be 3 involved in this situation. Someone who's already gone through a transformation, and 2 that are just starting to open their road to this process. Maybe so they can greet the 3rd, okay? This energy coming in. That's the basis of the matter. Let's see what we got on the top here. You see. Invisibility. Authenticity is your key word. Authenticity. Is it authentic? Am I expressing myself authentically? Am I showing up authentically? Is this person being authentic with me? Is this situation an authentic representation of who I am? Is this the authentic work I am meant to do? There's something here about needing to shed a cloak of imperceptibility. There's something here about moving in the shadows or hiding oneself's light. Yeah, it's coming through like that, hiding oneself's light. Concealing the light, maybe feeling like I need to protect my light. Maybe you feel there's others hungry for your light, and so you need to ward it, you need to guard it, you need to protect it. And yet the protection, ironically, is in bringing the light forward. And the light is the active building force. So you may have been too passive. There needs to be this recognition that in order to truly align with the authentic path, you need to move into more of an active stance, setting things in motion. What did you learn during your time in the dark? What places, spaces, aspects of yourself are still concealed to you? There's a revealing moment coming in. The revealing moment will come in with the long night moon on December 4th. It's also known as the cold moon, but I feel like that's not really an accurate description for this particular cycle. There's something here about light that's building even within the longest night. There's light that is building. There's light that's peeking through. There's a lot of illumination that comes through for you at this time about what needs to be shed, a way you conceal your light, a way that you hide your light, a way that you are not allowing yourself to step in the light, trying to move cloaked. This is what needs to be shed in order to align with the path of authenticity. Ooh, potent. Okay. Let's do a cut of the deck there and see what we got. I'm turning it so that invisibility is up. It wanted to go undercover again, see? Invisibility. Yeah, there's something about that. Maybe also feeling like not seen, not heard, not recognized. Maybe in some cases grappling with issues of feeling like I don't matter. There's some matter of concealment coming through here. Fox medicine coming through really strongly too. Could be dealing with sort of a subversive energy as well, a sort of sneaky energy, an energy that has its own designs, is camouflaging its intentions. You could be doing this a bit too. You may be doing that because you feel like you have to protect your light, to protect something that's dear to you. So these are different ways that expression of the energy signature can be coming through. Let me go ahead and do a cut of the deck for you and see what we got. Well, we got this ancestral energy coming in strongly for you here with the number 38. Restore and replenish to balance yourself out. The stone people are your allies at this time, so you might want to work with some of those stones that I brought in. You might want to work with chalcedony or chrysolite or tiger's eye here to just help you gain a sense of fortitude, a sense of strength. There's also the need here to really allow yourself time to rest. And I do see yourself like in this fetal position, so that does give me this impression of like, I want to go back to the start. I want to go back to the source. I want to go back to the place where I felt safe in the womb, where I was held in that space of that amniotic fluid. There's something coming through in relation to this about what it means to be at a place of birth. Maybe you feel like you've been moving through territory that has dealt with a lot of endings for a long time. You've been waiting for the birth. You've been waiting for the dawn. It's just about to come. It's just about to come. We know that in the opener with the hangman that came in. It's like, it's just about to come when you're ready. When you're ready. There's something more you're integrating here. It's something you feel very tender about. It's something you want to protect. It's very dear to you. For some of you, it could even be a baby. It could be a baby. Whatever this is, it's your baby. Some of you could be preparing to give birth. Some of you just gave birth to a child, to a dream, to just an initial seed of inception that makes you feel like I can believe in beginning again. This energy coming in, nature is your ally. You need to go places where there's vegetation, where there's stones, where you can connect. Tree medicine, stone medicine, plant medicines, all coming in very strongly for you. Some of you may be working on creating a different kind of garden. Maybe you're a gardener, and during the cold of the season, you know, that's a part of you that you don't really feel like you get to nurture. You may be starting a little indoor herb garden, okay? That may be a different way you can connect with that plant medicine. Some of you may be starting like a Zen garden. You may be creating a garden with stones, or you may be creating a labyrinth of stones. I'm seeing something about like laying stones out, creating stone pathways. It's like doing more of the foundational work in your yard as a template or visualization for the fresh green growth that will come in the spring. Way to like anchor the energy. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of details here. There's a lot of synchronicities that come in for you too when you connect with the natural world. It's really important for you. Restore and replenish. This is so key for you right now. Restore and replenish. This will bring you balance. It brings about that state of equilibrium, that energy coming through with the energy of justice, okay? Something is being balanced out. Libra energy signature coming in there too. And on the other side, we have defend to the end. What is worthwhile? And you see, there's the inception point of that egg that you're drawing down. I mean, you may be dealing with another here too. They're also going through their own rebirthing process. They're going through their own experience of getting to that place where they can finally clear out what's been blocking them from acting on what they really want to defend to the end. We got owl medicine coming in here. This is magic. This is a bit of what is hidden in the dark. This is about activating the night vision, but also this isn't just any kind of owl. This is a great horned owl. So it is a bit of that warrior spirit. It is a bit of that warding spirit. It's about understanding on the other side of the grief, on the other side of the loss, what is worth defending to the end. Coming in with the energy of 5. Hierophant energy. Again, you could be dealing with a Taurus in your situation. You could be dealing with a force that feels like it has some outside authority over you. You feel like you have to bargain or barter for your freedom, or you don't have the keys you need to get to the other side. But could it be a state of misidentification because you're wearing a cloak of imperceptibility, so you don't even see who you are and the power you hold, and you don't need to get around this person? Owl medicine coming in, Sagittarius on the medicine wheel. Could be a Sagittarius connection. There's something deeply personal, deeply spiritual going on here. Something only you can understand, only you can grok. There could be a life path 5 connected to your situation, or somebody born in the month of May. Those months could be quite significant. But you're discovering here what is worth defending to the end, and that is where your breakthrough is going to come. It's really recovering the strength to rise because you know what's worth investing in. There's a little bit of magic coming into your life, wisdom that's being activated, night vision that's coming on board that will help you see through the cloak of darkness and help you understand on the other side of grief what is worth investing in. You will see that there is a new beginning there where you couldn't see it before, and it's going to bring about a change in your life and also give you a key that will open your road. But you got to show up for it. You got to be strong with this. You have to act on it. Otherwise, it just remains a seed of untapped potential. Okay? Ooh, powerful messages there. So owl medicine, snake medicine coming in really strongly for you is like totem energies, okay, for you to work with during this cycle. Thing with snake medicine that's often negated and ignored is how much snakes teach us about stillness and subtlety and being very sensitive in the way we move. And there is something coming through in relation to that in your message about just being more subtle. Don't force your way through. It's really about being a conduit for the right kind of energy for this manifestation to come through. And there's a lot coming through in relation to the spine, you know? So there's like, I'm picking up like, I don't know, it's like really making me want to like move around. I don't know, maybe you need to do some dance. It's evoking for me my time as a belly dancer, you know? So there's something here. Some of you may be really drawn to belly dance, or you would do well to work with sort of those like undulating motions of the spine, like create a little bit of fluidity in the spine. It might also help to release some pent up energy that's held in the spine that's preventing you from having the creative flow you need to. This energy coming in. Wild. Okay, so let's go ahead. And, oh, I wanted to jump ahead to the words. No, let's get some numbers here first. Let's get some numbers here first for this particular pile. I mean, this is beautiful. Look at this. Comes in with the energy of 5 again. So, I mean, there's something here. The 5th is going to be a real banner day. I feel like you're going to move forward with something on that day. The day after the full moon comes in. You may even be working a little magic with the full moon. You may be doing some kind of transformation work, road opening work there. You may be sending up some prayers, asking for some spiritual assistance to move forward. This could be in relation to something that involves your home. Also, it could just involve you just really wanting to feel like your place of belonging. You may be really seeking, like, what is my path? What is the path that I belong on? And there's something that comes through there, really moves you forward in a big, bold way. There's something in this situation that could involve an Aries. It could involve a Cancer. It could involve a home. You know, this is coming in quite powerfully. Also, life path 1, life path 4, life path 5 coming in. The 1st through the 5th, so the opener to December. There's a lot happening there that's showing you keys about what you need to move forward here, what will bring about that transformation and what truly aligns with you authentically here. There's a lot of revealing what's been concealed, and it may be you also taking the steps to start to reveal what's been concealed. You've rested up enough. You don't want to hold the energy back any longer. You're ready to move forward with something here. Ready to move forward with something here. Yeah, it's really wild how it comes through too when I look at it on the side as it came out. See, we got double 3s there. So that's a Gemini supermoon that's coming in there on the 4th. So that moon is significant to create change. There's something you fix there too. If you know, you know. Okay, those of you who do more kind of like root work, you know, there's something you fix there. You fix that there, and it frees you from the crossroads. There's also a Gemini that could be of significance. There's a Leo that could play a role in this situation. We got Aquarian energy coming in there as well. And when we look at that energy totaled up, let's see. 11 energy, Justice signature coming through, Hierophant energy coming through, Empress energy coming on through, and the Choice, the Lovers, okay? So yeah, Taurus, Libra coming in pretty strong in this situation. Strong Taurus too. Taurus has been coming through quite a few times. All of these characters could be factoring into your situation. Make sure I take the precautionary measures so we don't have letters flying all over the place. I wonder if I'm going to find like some random letters later that are hiding out. Yeah, probably will. Be interesting from the last pile. All right. It's coming through here. This Pisces pile. Messages, signposts, synchronicities in December for this Pisces pile. Right off the bat, I have hay. Make hay while the sun shines. All right, so there's something about getting more active will be beneficial for you, but the need to also balance this out with equal points of rest. And it was 1:29:44 on the clock when that came in. It'll bring about a lot of balance for you. To not spend so much time resting. Maybe you've been resting too much. You need less rest, more activity. I think of hay too. It makes me think of horses. So yeah, there could be a Sagittarius connection here, but it also reminds me of feeding what is going to support your journey forward. I think of that horse energy, and it makes me think of Virgo. And there's something about moving forward here. I'm just noticing on the other side of hay, we got NBA. This could be connected to basketball too. Slam dunk. There's something you want to slam dunk here. There could be a basketball player connected to this. Somebody may want to get into the NBA. Well, if you want to get into the NBA, you need to make hay while the sun shines. You've been slacking a little bit with your training. You need to get more focused. You need to be on target. Something here about a particular load to carry. Like there's a bit of work required to get where you need to go. You know, balance it out with rest, but don't be too idle. There's something about being too idle will work against you at this time. Some of you are RMs, or you're thinking of getting into nursing. There really is something about needing to be more focused with what you're trying to cultivate here and finding a state of balance when you know it's time to be active and when it's time to back off a bit. Give yourself an opportunity to rest. I got the name Kate coming in here right off the bat. I got John and Kate makes 8. I haven't thought. I haven't even watched that show ever. Is that even still on? I mean, I don't know. It's been so long since I've watched television. There could be like a character like Kate in John and Kate Make 8 connected to your situation. Letter 8. Letter 8. The letter 8. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, something is really a little bit confusing here. Maybe it's being confused by a Kate kind of character. She's got kind of like I don't like using that terminology because I don't think it's fair to people that have that name, but I mean, it's got kind of like that Karen energy. Let's call it a Madame Ruffle Bonnet sort of energy. There could be like a mom involved in this situation who's an irritating influence. They're making things more confusing in a particular situation, all right? The way that came through. I got rat coming in here. You could be dealing with somebody born in the year of the rat. There could be somebody here who wants to be first to make contact with a specific person of spiritual significance. I say that because the rat was the first to greet the Buddha. Okay? Maybe somebody wants to trump another, like I'm more spiritually evolved than you are. This energy coming through. It's not a rat race, okay? There's also something about the rat race as well. Again, you know, this message comes through for you to be able to balance, you know, work with rest. Something's been done excessively. I think there's been too much rest, but don't go the opposite way and then have it be too much, right? The steps you take, striking this balance, is very important for how your year ahead is going to unfold. So be mindful of this. Be mindful of this. Rest while you can, but also make sure that you're not, you know, you're not becoming too idle. It really is a balancing act right now. Let's see. I got the name Ruth coming in here. See if I have any names coming in. Owls coming in here as well. Got the name Kay. I got the name Tay, like Tay Diggs. I know somebody could be into Tay Diggs. He is a good looking man, let me tell you. I could understand the allure. Let's see, anything else? There could be a railroad connection here. I don't know. I got like also this energy like somebody's been trying to railroad you. It feels like it's like this John and Kate make 8 energy. All right, so 8 is significant. I got Hawaii coming in here in relation to this. Louisiana coming in relation to this. There also may be something about like traveling by railroad that's of significance here too. And I got E.T. It's making me think of entertainment tonight. So something about the entertainment industry as well. Anything else? I got the name Larry. Yeah, Larry. Okay. That's what I got. All right. Oh, I just saw the name Drew too. Right. D-R-U, Drew. All right, got those all mixed up. I'm going to go ahead and set these aside. And then we'll move on. We got half of these up, half of these down again. Just get that straightened out so I don't run into that issue like I have recently. All right. Diving into Gemini at 1:37:37. Wow. Whew. Gemini. Closing one cycle, brand new Wheel of Fortune energy. That wheel is spinning round and round and it's taking you to a higher view. This is good energy, brand new beginning. There's something you've really transformed here. It's an important moment in your life. Everything's changing. Bottom of the deck, yes. Sovereign, Queen, Mob. Look at all of the eggs you got, man. Wow. You got them all, baby. Look at that. You're crowned by all of these jewels of wisdom that you've obtained here. You've really done a lot of healing work. There's a lot of integrative work you've done here, and there is some crowning moment. I do feel like there's something coming in for you that is a personal victory. It's a point of celebration. And I love this energy. It's just total alignment. It's got like Queen, King for a day. But if you know anything about Queen Mob, man, she didn't play. She did not play. Really strong, fierce energy, warrior kind of energy. Had a lot of rank. And there's a lot of mystery around her too. There's a little bit of alluding that she could have been queen of the fairy, but she's an enigma, as much of the roots of fairy are. I mean, there's certain things that aren't documented. There's certain things that were only passed on through oral tradition. But there is sort of like a fairy tale kind of energy connected here as the basis of the matter. And there's something about a crowning moment coming in here for you because you really have arrived at that place of inner sovereignty. There's a full recognition of the power you hold coming in with the 40 energy signature. So you're about to step into your power here, and it's bringing you a lot of gifts and a lot of new beginnings. Really beautiful energy for you. That's the basis of the matter. Real strong point of celebration for you. And you might want to dive into the mystery of Queen Ma, because I think you'll find something there. You could have Gaelic roots, and so it could be coming through quite strongly for you if you do. Something about that. I think that you are definitely on track for that stone of destiny there. You got what it takes to pull the sword from the stone. And you got Pathfinder medicine on the top of your deck here. So there is this alignment coming in with your path. You're totally aligned with your north node here. And you got your vision on lock for where you're heading. You've already picked up the scent of a trail. Something that's already come in for you. What do we got here? Ooh, yes. Look at that. The perfume of Sophia. So this is absolutely, you're just in this wide open place. The name Sophia could be of significance for you. This is also just being in that place of totally aligned with that feminine energy, the exalted feminine. Let me clear my throat before I make my pronouncements about how I plan on ruling my kingdom. That's how it's coming through, man. I love it too, because the energy is it's not forceful at all. It's soft, it's sumptuous, it's wide open. Yes, it applies for you too, men, okay? You're in this space where the things that held you back from everything your hearts wanted, everything that had you in this place of feeling like maybe you couldn't have it and you were in more of a defensive posturing, all of that is starting to dissolve. This is just totally in this place of openness and allowing and trusting in the strength of oneself. That means you don't have to be combative. You don't have anything to face off with. You're just embodying this power. It's really beautiful. And there's also a lot of sensuality coming in here. And there's so much about trusting your own intuitive wisdom. And there's something here that you've closed up. I see that with the 12th house energy. So Pisces energy coming in there. You don't have any blind spots. There's nothing left for you to resolve in terms of the foundation of matters, the past. There's an experience you've really integrated here. And that's why you're about to experience this turning of the wheel. You're going to be moving into a more progressive energy. And now you're going to receive the blessings for all of that work that you did to uproot all those places where maybe you didn't see what was your responsibility, what you needed to clear, what you needed to do to close up those old cycles. I feel like you took responsibility, and because of that, you're in this place of just openness, receptivity. So you probably just closed out a major cycle. It could have even been connected to a Pisces. There was something that came to an end here. You saw something. It might have been difficult to see, but you integrated the experience, and now you're on the other side of it. And there's just this sweetness coming in here. There's this sweetness, and there's this moment of recognition, and there's this place of really feeling a healthy sense of pride for doing the work. And there's tangible rewards coming in. I mean, this is such a royal energy, man. Beautiful. And it could be those kings out there, you're meeting your queen too. Somebody that really values themselves, somebody who holds that inner authority, holds the strength of the feminine. You know, maybe you haven't been used to dealing with a woman who's able to really hold her strength. You're starting to open up to this because you've come into your own power. It allows you to share in that rulership of the kingdom with a counterpart here. I just see so much being received here. It brings in a sweetness. I also have something coming in around clairalliance, really awakening for you. Maybe you're used to having more visionary kind of experience, like really tapped into your clairvoyance. And now you're going to start to intuit a lot through the sense of smell, particularly around picking up sort of perfume kind of smells. So I'm feeling like floral scents coming in, the scent of sandalwood and the scent of violet and musk. You will find me in the petrichor, that download coming in too, the scent of earth right after a rainfall. This will signal to you when you're about to rise into this rulership. You'll smell it coming in. It's the scent of victory. Ooh, interesting. Oh, this is beautiful. All right, so this is a crowning moment for you. Let's do a cut of the deck here and see how this breakthrough comes about. Wow. Power of attraction, number 13. Rebirth energy on the other side of what got closed out. You're meeting somebody in this space, eye to eye. And you share power with each other. Isn't that beautiful? Look at all the sweetness there that's brewing. Power of attraction is a theme for you here. There's something you feel very drawn to. It's shared. You both share this attraction with each other. You see eye to eye. Your energies come together. It's like wonder twin powers activate. It's a magnetizing force. You're magnetized toward each other, but also the energy you share with each other can magnetize things toward you. It's like alchemical power through a potent connection coming in here. Really beautiful. And we see that the masculine, the feminine is totally on board in perfect alignment here. Sweetness and synergy. Okay, and what's on the other side there? Ooh, isn't that interesting? It's a mystery. Well, this is the path. This is your breakthrough path that comes through. What is it? Ooh, interesting. Yogini of 285 hertz. Wow. Isn't that interesting too? 2, 8, 10, 15, 6. Yeah, the lovers, the choice. Yogini. Some of you are exploring a path of yoga. Some of you need to open up a little bit more through exploring yoga. There's also something coming in here. It yokes you to the divine. It unites you to the divine. You might want to work with this hertz frequency, 285 hertz. This is the inception of a new beginning, and it looks like it's something you're attracting to you. It could be a path too. Some of you may really feel called to the path of yoga or the path of tantra here coming in. Got 14 here, energy signature of temperance, okay? Sagittarian energy coming through quite potently here. So yes, I mean, the road rises up through you. This is about bringing your own energy into alignment. I think as you bring your own energy into alignment, and maybe even through a practice like yoga, you will get more in touch with your own intuition, your sense of things. Also, there may be a lot of energy that you free up that's been held in place for too long, especially in relation to any healing work you're doing, things that you're trying to clear out here. Some of you may decide to take up education and becoming a teacher to teach yoga, or you may be just starting to explore this, for this to come through so strongly. But I do feel there's something that is just at the inception point here. It's a brand new beginning for you. It could even be a different kind of spiritual focus you have on your path, a certain awareness that's coming in. You're starting to become aware of the power of your thoughts, the way that you do have the ability to call things into being. You're starting to manifest things more quickly because your energy is really yoked. It's come into union with a certain spiritual alignment at this time. There's alchemy at work here, and it looks like it's with another. This is a key relationship that maybe has dealt with some challenges. It's been locked in kind of a holding pattern because of old karmic cycles that needed to be closed out, things that needed to be healed, things that needed to be released. You may be doing the last remnants of this healing, just really clearing stuff out from your cellular memory, maybe through doing this through the path of yoga, meditation, breath work, things of this nature. Needing to create some space for this, because where you clear that space, that's when the new energy really introduces itself, and then you pick up the scent of the trail. And there's another here. I feel like you're finding this alignment within yourself, right? The masculine, the feminine, the active, the receptive. It's being balanced out within the self, the solar, the lunar. But there's absolutely somebody else here that you're drawn to. They are drawn to you as well. And your energies united are a powerful manifestation point. This is beautiful. Very spiritual influence with this particular pile. And absolutely, you got your Pathfinder medicine activated here so potently. So wolf medicine coming through as an ally. Okay. Really get in touch with your instincts here to guide you forward. But what you're experiencing, it's not something that you can get answers from anybody else. It's something you really need to tap into with your senses, and you'll be guided in the right way forward here. Just trust. Where you do feel a really strong like soul recognition or draw, you need to follow that, because you'll be surprised where it leads you. There's somebody that is mirroring you in this process, or somebody that your path of exploration will bring you into alignment with. In some cases, it could be a teacher or an ally, but there's somebody here that you're meant to partner your energy with. The attraction is really strong. And when you bring your energies together, there's something powerful that you manifest here together. And it could be coming through, you know, a love connection as well. This is a very potent star mate. And I think that you're starting to pick up the scent of this trail. There's a calling coming in here. Okay, let's get some details about who this may be. There's some numbers here for what this may be. I do really feel there's somebody else on the other side of this equation. Yeah, I mean, there's something you're running toward here. You're running south, okay? Which is interesting. You're ready to go through the fire of transformation, okay? You're ready to go through the fire test of truth. You know that there's potency in this connection. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. Rob Bass, DJ Easy Rock there. Check it out. The two of you, when you come together, it's potent. You're able to draw down something from the ether. It manifests. It roots in reality here. There's double fives on the other side there. Again, 10 energy, Sagittarian energy coming through as that Wheel of Fortune turning. Also, 4, the Emperor on the scene. Aries energy coming in really strongly there. Double High Priestess energy as well. You both hold potent powers. It could be, if this is a connection between a masculine and feminine, it could be that the masculine or the feminine needed to come more into that feminine receptivity, tap more into the intuition to pick up the scent of this trail, but it's coming on through. 4 energy there too, 4th house. Could be connected to Cancer as well. The blessings of Jupiter coming through this connection. And then I lost the numbers that I opened up with there. So I think that's all that needed to come through. There's something about needing to roll the dice a little bit. Like there's a gamble you need to take here. And it may feel a little risky for you. It's like you feel the heat of it. You know that there's something here that you have to face dead on. You have to go south to head north, okay? So there might be one final thing you're clearing out with a bit of karma here, you know, something that you need to close out once and for all. But once you pass through that, this comes into view. And with that, this lands on 7 here. So yeah, it could be in relation to a key relationship. Could be connected to, well, I mean, we got the 6th house, Virgo energy there. Could be something in connection to your work or your habits, the way you've gone about things up to this point. Could have something to do with 7th house, Libra. With that, we got 5 just rolled over there. 5th house, Taurus, comes to 6th house again, okay? Absolutely could be like a Virgo connection there too. So maybe there's something you're meant to do with another here. You're supposed to partner with somebody on a project or something you're meant to work together on here. But you got to close out an old cycle first before this is possible, all right? The 6th, the 5th, the 6th could be really significant. 5th through the 7th could be significant. There's something there where you truly see what needs to be transformed with the snake eyes, okay? You recognize what's been holding you back, and that's what allows you to affect this change, set something in motion in a different way. Your chariot arrives on the scene, all right? Could be some Cancerian energy connected too. Could have something to do with your home. Maybe you're moving, okay, heading to a different location. Could be changing your line of work too. Again, you could be embracing more of a spiritual line of work, or you could be getting into teaching yoga or working with a yoga teacher, okay? These messages could be coming in. Let's get some letters for you too. All right, let's see what we got. I got bed coming in here. Somebody needs to get out of bed. You need to get up, get out of bed. You've been laying in bed too long, right? You need to get out of bed and you need to get to it. And this is so funny. What do we got here? We got yogi. There's absolutely somebody here who's drawn to the path of yoga. You need to get out of bed. Maybe that's where you need to start. Just first thing in the morning, roll out of bed, get in a little yoga. Maybe do some sun salutations, you know, just get the energy moving a little bit. It's really important. You have been laying in bed too long. Like something needs a little bit of stimulation. You need to get your energy moving here. Okay. I got the name Ted coming in. Let's see. Well, the Ted in my life is a dog, so you need some down dog, some up dog. You You need to get your energy moving a little bit here, okay? Some of you, you know, you have a kid and you feel like that holds you back. Well, you know, do yoga with your kids. You'll be surprised, you know, they'll enjoy it. They like to be part of it, right? I got jet coming in here. Some of you are going to be traveling, right? There's somewhere you need to go to. You need to make a connecting point with someone. Maybe your kids are at a distance. You miss them. You're traveling to see your kids. If your kids are all grown up there. You've got your kids coming to see you, flying in to see you. Some of you are going on some kind of like retreat. You could be going on like a yoga retreat. It's at a distance. Okay. Let's see what else wants to come in here. Anything else who wants to come in here? Let me see if I can get any places of interest. I got IG coming in, okay? So I don't know if there's something that you're doing on IG that's starting to get some exposure, some traction, some recognition. Maybe you're getting some kind of offer that's coming in. It requires you to get on a jet, go to a different location, shoot in a different location. Okay, maybe you're involved in film or photography, or maybe you're an actor, something like that. You might be getting some opportunity through your Instagram. It's interesting. I don't really have any specific places coming up in relation to that. Okay, I don't got like any places coming out. It seems like there's a lot you're doing online. You know, maybe that's how you're reaching a wide distance. So that could be a big clue, like what you do online, it's really going to take you far. I got Kentucky coming in, finally got a place coming in. Somebody here is a DJ, okay, so you might be getting some traction with your work. Maybe you need to do more promotion online. You'll be surprised where it takes you. Okay. You're getting something here. Okay, what are you getting? What are you getting here? Oh, get your bio together. Yeah, there's some opportunity coming through for you. So there's certain things that you should have ready in place. Maybe you also want to look at your bio in relation to what you have up on social media. There might be a new skill that you're gaining here. Whatever this is, your bio's got to be like real dialed in, because you're getting some kind of opportunity. It's like a total knockout, man. I got like KO here. It's a total knockout. You're going to like knock it out of the park, okay? Yeah, I don't know. Some of you are involved in like the club scene, music industry, some event where there's going to be a DJ present. Even, you know, could be like a boxer's connected to this too. All right. That's what I got. All right. Whatever this is, you're going to knock it out of the park. This could also be clues about somebody you're getting involved with as well too, you know. Maybe they're involved in some of those fields. Maybe you got to fly out to see them, connect with them. All right. And finally, we're going to close out with Virgo. Virgo at 20316. Okay. All right. You feel that there's something coming. Like, I feel like you're really tapped into something is about to break ground here. It's got like the Empress is stirring early energy there. You're picking it up. You feel like something powerful is about to happen. It's like you're picking up an energy signature. You know that there's something good brewing though. I feel like you feel like something good is brewing. Like there's potential here. Bottom of the deck, Shekinah. Coming in with the energy of 6. Yeah, you sense that there's things in motion. You're picking up on the winds of change. You already feel the light building here. Where you have been moving through the dark, you feel like there's something stirring here. You feel like there's light about to break into your life. 2:04:20 on the clock with that. You're totally feeling the power mount, like you're picking it up on an intuitive level. Your judgment sound about this, where you feel like something is about to resurface, or something that's been held back is about to come through, or where something is stirring, you're correct about that. There's going to be a breakthrough moment here. You're already picking up on this energy. You're really tapped in at this time. You're picking up something that sets new things in motion coming in. You released something here and you already feel like the momentum of something that's about to come in on the other side of what you let go of. You can see it. Maybe others can't see it, but you can see it. Your energy signature coming through very strongly. Could be in relation to something that's really going to change up, like your day-to-day experience. Like you feel like your life is about to go through a significant change. You're not incorrect about that. Something is really shifting here, but it's positive. It's positive. It's coming in with that like Empress energy, creative energy. Really puts you in a powerful position. You're not there yet, but you sense it. You feel it. Okay, what's this? What is this about? Top of the deck. Oh, yeah, you already feel the flow. You've given yourself over to the flow. You're in the waterway here. I feel like you're teeming with this creative energy. And there's something you're pulling off here. To others, it seems like really hard work. It seems impossible. Or how could you even navigate this? Or maybe people think you're really out there to feel hopeful about a situation or to feel optimistic about a situation. They can't see what you see. You may be in the world, but you're not of the world. You're tapping into something else here. And you're giving yourself over to the ecstatic flow. You can feel that something is brewing here. It's the energy of the salmon swimming upstream to spawn, to birth new things. It's like you're well in your waterway, like your rebirth is already imminent. You're already rushing toward this, but it's not arduous for you at all because you gave yourself over to the process. So you're teeming with this creative energy. There could be a Leo connected here. It's also coming in with the energy signature of 7, so Cancerian energy coming through there. Also the 7th house of Libra coming in there. This could be around a key relationship too. For those of you currently in a relationship that have been trying, or even if you haven't been trying, this could be a point of conception. Like somebody could be with child, right? If you don't want that, make sure that you are protecting yourself so you don't call that in if you're not ready for that. Because I do feel like the feminine is fertile. But I also feel like that's coming in as a point of creative reference as well. It's like the more that you give yourself over to the energy, the more that you are receptive to this creativity that wants to pour through you, the more that the answers you've been looking for just come in. And there may be something about connecting with a particular river or wooded area that's like a power place for you, where you get a lot of inspiration and creative ideas coming in. You may be going camping with someone or dropping in with someone, like, I don't know, I got like by the river in a wooded area, like you're dropping in deep with somebody in a natural setting. And maybe it's the start of a significant change in a key relationship here. Maybe you go and you find yourself in nature first. You recalibrate there, and then you're able to connect with another. If there's a real important communication you need to have with somebody to balance things out, iron things out, you may want to do that in a natural setting or drop in real deep with them. Maybe there's something special planned here, like a trip to go camping somewhere, drop in a natural setting with a key person, a key relationship. Leo energy could even be somebody from your past here. And there's something beautiful that happens there. A new beginning is the end result. 713. Could be a Scorpio connected to this as well. Could be something that you never thought you'd be able to get to the other side of as well. But something's healed here. Something's transformed here. It's powerful. Powerful energy. It is coming in with the energy of death though, like 13, but it's powerful. Like something closes, but there's rebirth on the other side of it. And something really beautiful comes through there. Open yourself up to it. Open yourself up to that experience. Okay. Let's do a cut of the deck and see what we got here. Yeah, there's something you are changing. You're releasing your allegiances here. There is something that you're composting. There are certain people that you are closing cycle with. You're completing karmic cycles. But in this process, you're also realizing where your allegiances are, who you do align with. And I do feel like there's somebody here that you are aligning with. There's some healing process that's happening here, but there's almost like this piece. First, you have to get really clear about what you're loyal to for yourself, for your own life, for your own path, for your own view of a situation, you know? And you are recognizing that some things have served their purpose, and you're willing to let the wheel of fortune turn. So there's karmic closing out going on here. There could be a Sagittarius connected to this too, with that wheel of fortune energy coming in there. October could be of significance as well, or you could have a strong placement in Sagittarius or in Scorpio. Scorpio came in, also Libra in October there. Whatever this is though, the wheel of fortune turns and it brings about sweetness and synergy. See, there's something here that's protected. There's a harvest that's protected here. I feel like in order to secure this harvest though, you have to release what you should no longer be loyal to. And that's what you're sort of sorting out here. You're doing a little work, kind of like sorting through what's ready to be composted here. And you're not only looking at where you've been loyal to certain, it can even be loyal to certain perspectives or loyal to certain ideas or dreams or former inspirations that no longer serve you. This is about you really being able to weigh out what needs to be released and what is worth investing in, what is worth really infusing with your time, energy, care. And this is allowing the wheel of fortune to turn for you in a beautiful way. It's bringing about sweetness, synergy, some kind of harvest. I feel like this is protected for you. So you could have a strong, I think of the 10 energy too. It makes me think of 10th house. So Capricorn. There could be a Capricorn connected to this situation. There could be Sagittarius connected to this situation. There could be an October-born Scorpio or Libra connected to this situation. You could have any of these signs strongly aspected in your chart that's speaking really strongly to you. And I also think about all those different houses and what they involve. So absolutely, there's like a key relationship in the main frame here. There's also something about how do I show up in the world, you know? How do I represent myself on on the greater stage of visibility here. You know, how am I seen in my community? And for those of you, the kind of work you do, how am I putting myself out there? And how do people perceive that? You know, your brand, you know, this energy coming through. Maybe recognizing you need to be loyal to yourself and not sort of like the template for what it means to be successful or how you should put yourself out there, particularly in terms of business objectives, things of this nature. Also, who you're connected with, you know, how do they affect the way you're seen, the way you're viewed? You're questioning all of these things that you've been allegiant to, and maybe you need to resolve that by releasing some of those loyalties and really determining where your allegiance should lie. It's a key for transforming things in your future here. But there's a little composting going on. I see that, you know. And there's some pesky energy that's been festering a little too long here. I mean, I see this, the flies are like kind of swarming, hanging out. It's time to swat some of those energies to, you know, get out of the way. You need to take that shit. You need to use it to make the flowers grow. Okay, so don't hold on to the BS, man. Okay, you got to let it go. You got to let it go and make sure you're using it to see what you want to grow here, you know, using it to nourish what you want to grow for your future. But I think you'll do a good job with this here because we do have this harvest energy. And there's already a sense of having your lantern. You've learned some things through facing some fears of the past, maybe even looking deeply into your past and also tapping into your roots here. And you have some strength that's guiding you forward. You have illumination for your path, and where you do feel called to go, trust your intuition there because I feel like it's leading to a harvest for you. Maybe even something that will come to fruition by next October could be key in relation to that. That is harvest season. So let's get some numbers for you. Whatever you're setting in motion right now, whatever path you've chosen to allow yourself to be carried toward, you know, a lot of creative potential there. A lot that will rise up out of that. Okay, numbers of significance for the Virgo pile here. Well, we got 4, we got 3, we got 2, 2, 3, 4. The 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th of December are really key for you. So leading up to that full moon, there's a lot that's going to be illuminated for you there. You're clearly going to see what has been working against you, what you need to release in order to reverse that quality of feeling like you've been born under some bad stars, like you've been dealing with a lot of bad luck. You may perceive it as, but the reality is it's good for you to see what's been working against you because then you can finally get free and you move ahead here. So actually, yeah, the first through the 4th are really pivotal for you. I feel like something comes in on the 1st. You feel like rushing toward it, but there's something you need to see that could be an influence that could thwart you, all right? But it will be revealed to you. That blind spot will be revealed to you by the full moon on the 4th. Okay, characters that you could be dealing with. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could be dealing with a Taurus. You could be dealing with a Gemini, a Cancer, a Leo, another Virgo like yourself, a Libra, Sagittarius, okay? Any of these characters could be factoring into your situation. The months of February, March, and April are going to be a potent portal of transformation for you. There could be people involved in your situation that were born in those months. So February, that would be Aquarius. You also got Pisces energy, Aries energy, Taurus. Okay. This is what I got for all that action there. And let's get you some letters of significance too. Put some more signposts and synchronicities. See what comes on through for Virgo energy. You are in the South Node. So this may be a pile that many people are relating to. Because a lot of people may have resonated with the Piscean pile. They are up in the North Node. Okay, that could be a Pisces strongly factoring into your situation. Something about Pisces, okay? All right, let's see what we got here. All right. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what we got going on here. What do we got going on here for Virgo? I got Colorado coming in right off the bat, okay? Colorado could be a key point of interest coming in strongly. I mean, so strongly. All right out the gate. Could be something about the mountains. You want to go to the mountains. You want a Rocky Mountain High, okay? All right, let's see here. Washington State coming in strongly too. A lot of places coming out with this particular group, like right off the bat. So there could be a strong desire to travel or to hit the road, to go out and see life from a different perspective. I got RV here, okay? So somebody, yeah, might want to go on a road trip. Somebody might want to be more mobile here. They want to see more of the world. They want to travel. They want to travel. Okay, got Delaware coming in. DC, Washington, DC specifically. Somebody likes DC Comics, Comic-Con. Somebody may be going to Comic-Con this year. Always wanted to go, never went. Gonna go this year. Maybe even a feature something. I don't know why I got this. Like maybe somebody started a zine. Right? Something like this. Or you've created something that you're gonna feature at Comic-Con. Somebody's a makeup artist, right? Somebody may be getting into a more like kind of line of work where you have to go to different events at different locations, you know? Maybe even working on movie sets, things like this. I also got the UK coming in here. Might be traveling across the pond, or you could be from the UK. You might want to go and visit the States. All right, let's see. You could be connecting with somebody from across the pond, you know. Might be different. You never had that kind of a long distance relationship. Yeah, interesting. Some kind of like deep connection there. Let's see if I can get any names of interest coming in here. I feel like there's somebody you're connecting with here. You got Rodney. Rodney's got quite the rod. Somebody holds a lot of power, if you know what I mean. They work a special kind of potent magic on you. Maybe somebody holds a lot of power. Maybe you're connecting with somebody who's in a powerful position. They could be named Rodney or Rod. Interesting. They go by Rod for short. I got A-Rod coming in. Baseball player, right? Forgive me, I don't know much about baseball, but there could be a connection there. Hitting a home run. Okay. Interesting. Maybe there's something coming out in the news about A-Rod. Sometimes when I bring in these letters, sometimes that more macrocosmic stuff starts to filter in. See if I can get any other names coming in here. Got the name Suze, Susan. All right. Anything else that wants to come in here for this pile? Anything else that wants to come in here? All right, let's go ahead and just call out all the letters. These can be people's initials of significance. Sometimes when I'm going through this, other messages come out. So got the letter K. We got a couple K's coming through here. So K could be of significance. M, V, O, W, Q, A, Q and A. You have some questions. You're going to get the answers you need. There's some kind of communication happening here, okay? And with that, I got mow came in, as in mow the lawn. And it makes me think of a particular... why am I drawing a blank? A particular psalm. Fret not thyself over evildoers, neither be thou envious of the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. So yeah, I feel like where you've been dealing with some snakes in the grass and you've been trying to figure out a situation and it's been a little bit confusing for you, you're going to understand what needs to be cut in order to secure this harvest that wants to come in for you. You're going to figure out, you're going to get answers to the questions that you have. Okay. We got D coming in, R. Got registered dietitian with that too. So somebody may be doing some work around altering their diet in some way to deal with a medical condition. Feel like you'll get good answers in that regard too, like what you need to release to get your health in the right place. You have a lot of questions. We also have double Q's here. Okay, so Q is an initial of significance. Makes me think of the name Quinn. We got V here. L, G, S, Z, and U. All right, that's what I got. Ending at 2, 27, 27, double nines. Your energy coming through real strong, Virgo. Also, Sagittarian energy signature, pretty strong coming through there as well. Also, High Priestess energy signature. So there is something here about really trusting your intuition. It will guide you in what's needed to transform your situation. Trust your own inner light to lead you forward. You're going to figure out what's been working against you, where you need to shed certain habits, certain associations, certain ideas, and whatever you apply here to balance things out will be highly effective for you. A lot's about to change for you, but it's all leading you to this harvest. And I have to bring it in because I picked up this card to show you. And I love how you close everything out because you bring in the energy of Dagas, the dawn. And yeah, there could be a Sagittarius connection there. We do have the owl hanging out there. But this is you having full recognition that you've gotten to the other side of the worst of it. And now the light is going to start to build in your life. The light after the darkness will bring you sweetness and synergy. And that's quite a sweet note to end things off with. All right. Godspeed.